Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Dhamma meeting where we will discuss the Buddhist practices of charity, morality, and meditation. Everyone who is interested is welcome to join. When you submit in your question, please submit your question one at a time. Please be brief and precise. Also, let me know how's the audio and video. Is everything working okay? Okay, I will start reading your comments and questions. First one from Kenneth and Kiba. Greetings, Ajahn. May you be well and happy. Sound and visual is clear. Thank you. Check link 10. Greetings, dear Ajahn. The audio and video are clear. Thank you. Kenneth Hunt. Good morning, Ajahn. You are clear. JJ Tan. Good afternoon. When we keep chanting Buddha while we do our daily chores, how does it maintain mindfulness? And it means we are doing two things at the same time. Chanting Buddha and doing our daily chores. You're watching what you do, and at the same time you keep chanting to prevent your mind from thinking about other things. The purpose of maintaining mindfulness is to prevent you from thinking about other things. So you have to focus on what you do principally, and if your mind wander and think about other things, then you have to chant Buddha Buddha to stop it from going away from what you do. So Buddha is actually helping you focus on what you do, rather than let your mind go away to think about other things. Enilam Sadhu Sadhu, EOSC Sadhu Sadhu. Milim Sukihotu Tanajan Sadhu Sadhu. Chu Jin, good afternoon, and my respect to Tanajan. Good to be in your channel again from Malaysia. Thank you. Facebook been changing its format all the time. Today it moved the commentary section to the right of the screen rather than to the bottom of the screen. So I have to look to the right. To you is looking to my left, to your left, but to me it's looking to my right. The comment on your screen is appear on the right part of the screen, not on the bottom part of the screen. Something to be noted, the picture today is not as clear as it was last time when I used the laptop. Today I'm using the PC, and somehow the PC doesn't seem to produce a sharper image than the laptop did. Alexander Aroka, Sadhu Bante. Jujin. Alexander Aroka. When I returned from Thailand, I was subtly trying to get rid of 3 close people who were occupying my mind. They should leave me alone. Eventually, they all left me alone. The same week, I donated dana to the Sangha. Okay. Bruce Lee Alamsia, Namaskaran, dear Ajahn. Sound clear. Video quality a bit lower than last week. Hui Sun Kian, good afternoon, Tanajan. I have one question. Is samatha and vipassana both required for liberation? Or a single method samatha or vipassana enough for attaining liberation? Thank you, Ajahn. For permanent liberation, you need both. If you only have samatha, you can have temporary liberation. In order to get permanent liberation, you need both samatha and vipassana. Otherwise, you will get temporary liberation from either one of them, but not permanently. John Smith, hello Pante from Brooklyn, New York, USA. Is it true that the Buddha never said there is no self? There is no self. That's part of his teaching, really. The Buddha said everything has no self. Everything are all natural phenomena. Your body and my body are all natural phenomena. There is no self in the body or in anything. In the car, in the house, in the tree, in anything. The Buddha said there is no self in everything. Even in the one who knows, there is no self either. The one who thinks, the one who feels, there is no self either. They are all natural phenomena. Cornel Tanady, Vandami Ajahn, how shall one practice Hiri Ottappa? Hiri means shameful of doing bad karma. Ottappa means afraid of the consequence, fearful of the consequence of doing bad karma. So you have to know that when you do bad karma, you will get dukkha in the mind. Your mind will not feel good. And when you die, your mind will be reborn in the lower realm of existence, lower than the human realm, which are the animals and the ghosts and the spirits and the hell being. To be shameful is because we know that when somebody did something bad, he or she is not respected by other people. So people tend to be shameful when they do something bad. They try to do it in secret or hide it. So if you don't want to hide your secret, then don't do any bad karma. Okay, we have a little problem here. Some of your message, since they all coming together at the same time, some of them already went out of my screen. And I can only read Kenneth Tan Kibok. Reading Ajahn, may you be well and happy. Sound and visual is clear. Check link 10, greeting dear Tan Ajahn. The audio and video are clear. Okay, I'm sorry. These are all messages. Okay. John Smith, I just answered your question. Colonel Kennedy, Vandami Ajahn, how shall one practice Hiri and Ottappa? Oh, okay, I also answered that. Man Wilson Man, Satu Satu. Kenneth Hunt, dear Tanajan, this is a question from my son, who has started the practice of meditation, usually while seated on a comfortable chair. He asks how important is it to learn to sit on the floor and in what posture. Thank you, Tanajan. Well, meditation is like playing golf or playing tennis, and there is a proper or right way of doing it so that you can get the best advantage from your practice, get the most result from your practice. When you play golf, you have to know how to swing, how to know how to stand, know how to hold the club, the golf club, and know how to swing properly in order to get the best result. Same way with meditation, you have to have the best. If you want the best result, you have to sit on the floor cross-legged, putting your right leg on top of your left leg, and put your hands palm together down on the lap, on your feet or on your legs, and sit with a straight back. This is the best position for meditation. Give you the best result. Suante, Satu, Satu. Eli Hassan, good day, my teacher. Tanajan, audio and also video fine, clear enough. Thank you. Johanna Lee, Vandami, Tanajan, wish you well and happy. Albert Paul, Namo Amituto. Sochi Chin, Satu. Nabiti, Namasagan Ajahn. Sochi Chin, Satu. When you first meditate, if you find it difficult to sit on the floor cross-legged, then you can sit on the chair if you like. But if you want to be a professional, long-time meditator, then you should learn how to meditate, how to sit properly. That is sitting in the Buddha statue posture. Look at the Buddha posture, the body, the way he sat. Adeline Chin, good afternoon, Tanajan. Yulin Go, Satu, Satu. Selena Chim, Satu, Satu. Hasana Chunasevi, good morning, Pajan. Everything is clear. Thank you. Chelly Stino, Satu Tanajan. Kano Tanadi, Vandami Ajahn. What if because of fear of being shameful or being wrong? Ottappa, causing one to not do anything at all. No, you don't do the wrong thing, that's all. You keep doing the good thing. Because there's nothing to be fearful when you do good things. There's no need to hide what you do when you do good things. It's only when you cheat, when you lie, when you commit adultery, that's when you want to keep it a secret. Because you are shameful of your bad karma, your bad deeds. But if you are doing good deeds, you don't have to be afraid because there's no bad consequence will happen to you if you do good deeds. Hiri Ottappa is to prevent you from doing bad deeds or bad speech. What if when we do good thing yet there is a mistake when doing it? Is that being not shameful? We all make mistakes, so don't worry about making mistakes. If you did not intentionally intend to make it a mistake, if you don't purposely make it, do it. If you did it with good intention but some things go wrong sometimes, this is not considered to be bad deeds, then you should not be shameful. You should just have to accept that sometimes we can get it wrong, do things wrong. We are not perfect human beings. We make mistakes. As long as we accept the mistake and try to reconcile, not to do it again, there's no need to be shameful if you're doing good things. But sometimes good things go wrong sometimes. Not because you have any intention of making it going wrong, then it's okay. I.e. Namaskarท่านอาจารย์ i.e. ท่านอาจารย์ when I meditate and pay attention to my breath, Bhutto, I don't feel my body starting to bend. When I realized that my body had bent and started to feel uncomfortable, I try to stay focused on the object, but sometimes my body seems to move. On its own to lengthen the spine. Is my meditation wrong? As long as you keep focusing on your meditation object, don't pay attention to any other thing. Forget about the body once you start to meditate. Leave the body alone. Don't go back to the body. Keep focused on your meditation object, being your breath or your mantra, and ignore everything else. If you don't, you will not succeed in your meditation. The only way to succeed in your meditation is not to be distracted away from your meditation object. Keep focused, keep watching your meditation object only, and ignore everything that appears. You want to focus your mind. You want to make your mind to become one and not distracted. Celestino, can you please explain better how to be aware, how to use awareness of any mind content in order to improve mindfulness of thought and sati? For people who hasn't yet reached samadhi, it's not good to watch the mind because the mind is too subtle for you to watch and gain anything from watching the mind. You should watch your body instead when you haven't yet reached Appana Samadhi. Just keep focused watching your body movement all the time, from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep. Or you can use the mantra Bhutto Bhutto to prevent your mind from thinking, to stop your mind from thinking first. Once you have reached Appana Samadhi, then you can watch the mind. And when you see the mind start to move or think, you then can use mindfulness to stop it. The goal is to stop your thought as much as possible, because most of your thoughts are driven by your delusion, causing you dukkha every time you think. i.e. question number 2, do we need to make an atithana when we want to meditate? Atithana in Buddhist terminology means to set up a resolution. So yes, every time you meditate, before you can meditate, you have to set up the resolution. I want to meditate. I am going to meditate. Because if you don't make a resolution, then you won't be meditating. So it's actually adhitthana means intention. You have to have intention before you can do anything. Before you can do anything, your mind has to set up the intention first. Today I'm going to watch this Q&A meeting. That is atithana. And when you have set up your atithana, then when the time comes for you to watch this program, then you watch. So everything you do, you make an intention first. You have to have an intention first. If no intention, then there will be no action to follow. Alexander Aroka, your question has been blocked by Facebook. So I try to open it up and it keeps turning it off. Okay, it's back on. My neighbor, she finally seems to understand and accept my silence, not knowing about Buddha. She offered me a rudimentary herb made from a pumpkin, gourd, calabash. The middle way, Satu Pante. Okay. I.e. question number 3. What if finished meditating? Do we need transfer the merit? No, you don't need to. Usually you cannot transfer the merit from meditation because you haven't yet succeeded in your meditation. So you don't really get any merit from meditating yet. This is the stage of doing it. Once you get to the result, then you get the merit. You have to be successful first before you can get any merit from your meditation. That's why the Buddha teaches us to share the merit from giving, because once you give, you get the merit right away. Then you can share the merit from giving, but you cannot share the merit from meditation yet because you haven't yet got the merit. Sapruchai Namaskar to Ajahn. I.e. question number 4. My friend told me in the morning sometimes some of my friends see me at my office room, even though on that day I was off. My friend said that a peta or ghost in my office room. What does Tanajan think about that? What should I do about it? The Buddha said just listen and you don't need to believe or disbelieve yet. You have to prove it to yourself first, whether what the friend says is true or not. If you cannot prove it, then you just leave it alone. You don't have to believe or disbelieve. You just listen and then see if you can prove whether your friend is saying the truth or not. That's all you can do. Because sometimes you don't know what people are saying. Sometimes they say the truth, sometimes they don't say the truth, whether intentionally or not. Sometimes they don't even know that either. So when you hear something from somebody, don't believe right away or disbelieve right away. Just listen and then try to see if you can prove it or not, whether it's true or not. If you cannot prove it, then just forget about it. Ama Ayugui, dear Ajahn, once someone reaches Sotapanna, can he or she speed this progress to arahantship, or is it fixed and follows the way of Dhamma? Thank you. Once you reach Sotapanna, some people can reach the other stages right away, following immediately. Some people take some time, so it doesn't. It is not. It's not the same with everybody. That's the story of a monk who was shaving his head. When he put the blade on his on his on his head the first time, he reached a Sotapanna level. When he put it the second time on his head, he reached the second. The third time he put the blade on his head, he reached the third stage. And when he put the blade on his head the fourth time, he reached arahantship. So for each individual, it's different. Some people can attain continuously right away. Some people take some time to reach each stage. But regardless of how soon or how slow, how fast, he will eventually reach the stage of arahantship with a minimum of not more than 7 lifetimes. Cornel Kennedy, Vandami Ajahn. When meditate, body hair keep racing and feel very comfortable. How close is that experience to concentration? Very close. Keep on concentrating. At least you are heading in the right direction. But don't pay attention. Don't be distracted by this hair racing incident. Keep focusing on your meditation object only. Don't be distracted. Pauling soon, Satu Satu. Te Eng Hua. How to practice the four foundation of mindfulness meditation. The four foundation of mindfulness teaches the 3 types of practices. The first one is to develop mindfulness by being constantly aware of your body movement. Then the second one is to teach you to meditate, to get into samadhi. This is by sitting cross-legged and watch your breath, in and out breath. Once you have passed this second stage, then you go to the third stage, which is to study the nature of the body, feelings, and the mind. To see that they are all impermanent. There is no self in the body, feelings, or the mind. If you attach to these 3 things, you will have dukkha. Jobu is samadhi. Sorry, you didn't finish your question. Matt Moyer, Satu Satu. Pauling soon, can Ajahn explain how to contemplate on body? You contemplate on the impermanent nature of the body, that the body is constantly changing, from birth to aging to sickness and to death eventually. It is impermanent. There is no self in the body. The body is like a tree, like an automobile. No body, no self in the body. Gautama Y, Satu Satu. Tandik, hi Ajahn, should we focus on breath or just try to relax? I get conflicting instruction from different teachers, thanks. You have to relax and also focus. You have to do both. Don't become stressful when you meditate. Relax, but also be focused. You need both. Just sit down comfortably, cross-legged, and then just keep focusing on your breath. Sometimes people got tense automatically because their mind reacted to something that they haven't done before. So they react with, they become tense. So you should not be tense when you meditate or watch your breath. Be relaxed, but at the same time be focused on your breathing. Don't expect any result, then you will not have any stress on you. Just take it easy. Just keep watching your breath. Pauline soon, when meditate, there are different mindset arise. The mindset keep rising and changing all the time, not only when you meditate. When you meditate, you become more aware of the mindset changing. But normally the mindset keep changing all the time. Any lam satu satu. Tan Kim Fong satu. Ui Sun Kian. Question number 2. Is first jhana needed to attain stream enterer, sotapanna? What is the difference between stream enterer and stream winner? Thank you. Same thing. Stream enterer and stream winner is the same meaning. A sotapanna is someone who has entered the stream that leads to nibbana. You need the fourth jhana first before you can develop enough wisdom to let go of your fetters to allow you to become enlightened. Kwan Batum Napa Satu, see you soon. Tandik Satu Satu. Are you coming to the temple today? Kwan Batum Napa. When you say see me soon, see you soon. Or you mean next week when you see me again when you give food in the morning? You gave food this morning already, and you said see you soon. Do you mean this afternoon? You come to listen to the Dhamma talk, or are you saying see me next week when you give food again? Tandik Satu Satu. Metta Vandana Satu Ajahn. Metta Vandana. Ajahn, please talk about Asupa practice. Asupa means to look at the unpleasant parts of the body, such as the 32 parts, from the hair of the head, to the hair of the body, to the nail, to the teeth, to the skin, to the skeleton, to all the various organs inside the body, such as the heart, lungs, kidney, liver, intestines, and brain tissue, and also all the fluids in the body. This is the study of Asubha. So to dispel the, the beauty perception of the body, when you can see the rest of the body, then you know that the body is not really that pleasant or good looking at all. That's the purpose. So you can eliminate or get rid of your sexual desire for somebody's body. If you can see that the body that you have sexual desire for is really not that pleasant to look at, if you can see it through the skin, like the saying goes, beauty is skin deep. See, you only see beauty just at the skin level. Once you go under the skin, then there's nothing beautiful about the body at all. So if you want to get rid of your sexual desire, then you have to constantly look at the inside parts of the body, not just the outside part that you can see with your eyes. You have to use your wisdom eyes to see the inside part of your body by constantly thinking about them, thinking about the inner part, the skeleton, the heart, the lungs, the liver, the kidneys, and all the fluids in the body, as well as the brain tissue. JJ 10, Juliana Wu, Satu. JJ 10, how to stay awake during Dhamma talk and meditation. You have to be mindful to stay awake. If you're not mindful, then you can fall asleep. So you have to practice that. And you should not do it when you finish eating, because when you finish eating, it's easier for you to fall asleep. So you should listen to when you're not your stomach is not full, but not hungry either. Because if you're hungry, then you might not be able to focus on listening to the Dhamma talks or meditate. So you need to develop mindfulness first, a lot of mindfulness. Keep reciting Bhutto Bhutto all day long, or keep watching what your body is doing at the same time, at all times. Tandik, if I feel very light sometimes when I am meditating, am I on the right track, Ajahn? Yes. You feel light and you don't think as much, you are more focused on your meditation object. Metta Vandana, is it better to see the pictures of the body part so the mind can visualize? Yes, if you don't know how the parts look like, then you first have to look at the pictures. But and try to remember those pictures in your mind, and then you keep contemplating on those pictures in your mind mentally until it becomes embedded in your mind permanently. Every time you see a body, you can see all the other parts hidden beneath the skin. Alexander Aroka, signs, dreams, and visualizations related to or associated with the path, when positively proven, not only bring certainty of the correct direction, but also bring us peace of mind and keep us company during our lonely journey. Yes, if it's the right path, you will feel peaceful and happy, even though you are lonely, even though you are alone by yourself. The path will keep you from being lonely. Metta Vandana, thanks Ajahn. You're welcome. Pauline soon, can Ajahn tell about exactly what is samadhi look like and why it is so important? Samadhi is like having a good meal, having eaten. When you eat, your body feel full and happy and strong and ready to go to work. Same way with the mind. Samadhi is the food of the mind. When you have samadhi, you have contentment, you have peace, and you have happiness. Then your mind is ready to go fight your defilement, to go battle with your defilement, to get rid of your defilement, because the mind is strong with equanimity. Metta Vandana, Ajahn, I was listening to a Dhamma talk and I heard a word single occupation. Can you please explain it? I heard the word single occupation. It means you're not married, I guess. When you're single, you're not married. You're not occupied by other people. You're free to do whatever you want to do. If you're married, then you are occupied by your partner and you're not free to do anything you like because you have to get permission from your partner first. This is my understanding of what your question is. I'm not sure where you hear it from or what was actually the word itself. Pauline soon, is it all the thought? Is it the thought arise when meditate? Is all our defilement? No, some thoughts are not defilement, some thoughts are defilement. So you have to find out which one is defilement and which one is not defilement. You can know this if you have samadhi, because when you have samadhi, if your thought is defilement, then it can cause ripple, cause dukkha in your mind, and you can see the dukkha arising from this thought. And if the thoughts are not defilement, then it will not create any dukkha in the mind, and you will be able to see clearly with a clear mind, a mind that has samadhi. A mind that doesn't have samadhi is not clear. It cannot differentiate the good thought from the bad thoughts. Metta Vandana is about jhana. I see. I think these are the arupa jhana. I think this is far beyond our ability to get there yet. So I won't worry about it. Let's get to the fourth jhana first. You only need the fourth jhana. You don't need to go to the arupa level jhana. Te Engwa, is the mind pure when one is in deep samadhi? Temporarily pure, yes. The impurity just settled down to the bottom. But when you come out of samadhi, the impurity will return. You need to get rid of the impurity with wisdom or vipassana. Alexander Roca, compassion equal anatta. Lim, Satu, Satu. John Smith, Metta Vandana, perhaps the phrase was singleness of preoccupation. Yes, I think this is the quality of one of the arupa jhana, in which your mind has become so focused that it can completely stop everything appearing in the mind. Question number 5 from Ayi. This morning I had a bit of a cold, and when I was meditating, suddenly I got runny nose. I have heard from Thanajan, correct me if I'm wrong, If something like that happens during meditation, we should let it flow unless it's really bothersome. Then we can clean it up first. I stay focused on that object and let the runny nose keep flow and continuously until it finally stops itself. Am I misinterpreting Tanaja's teaching? Is it okay if you have a cold, you sitting meditation, or is it better just do Jongkong? It depends on what you can do. If you can do without being bothered by your runny nose, then you can do. You can meditate, sit in meditation if you like. But if you want to do Jongkong, that is okay also. Both practices are considered good. But sitting is better because only sitting will let you get into full concentration, into jhana. Pauline soon, how can we put determination to wish to meditate longer time? Just by doing it. Just tell yourself today I'm gonna sit longer than yesterday. And don't get up until you have accomplished that goal. Alexander Aroka, knowing is the only ground when in sunyata. Te Engwa, is arupa jhana needed to get out of samsara? No. You may need the rupa jhana, the fourth jhana. Is enough. What you want from jhana is equanimity. Once you have equanimity, then you can use equanimity in conjunction with your wisdom to resist your defilements or to eliminate your defilement. Nick, Ajahn, what is the difference between knowledge from reading sutta and insight from meditation? The knowledge that you gain from reading is temporary, you can forget. But the knowledge that you gain from your meditation, your constant contemplation, will not be forgotten. It will be ever present. That's the difference. When you read something, you hear something, after a while you can forget. But if you keep constantly contemplating, thinking about it all the time, it becomes embedded in your mind until it becomes ever present. Pauline soon, can Ajahn tell the fruit meditation look like? No, you have to meditate to see it for yourself. It's done. You cannot describe the real thing. You have to meditate. When your mind becomes calm and peaceful, then you will know that you have attained to the fruit of your meditation. Ai, thank you very much, Tanajan, for your teaching. You're welcome. Namaskaran, Tanajan. Calling soon. I wish to listen from others. When meditate, we have to know every moment. Can Ajahn explain more? You have to be focused every moment on your breath. Don't let your mind go think about other things. Uhua Satu, Suki Hotu, Adi Aha Satu. Tendik, thanks. Mandala Shi, thank you so much teaching us. You're welcome. Technique, thanks Ajahn, very clear. You're welcome. Okay, we have about 8 more minutes left. If you still have some questions, you can send them in. But I have to stop when the hour comes, when I finish the 1 hour mark. Polling soon. I can see if I'm more intact with outside, I can meditate. Because when you meditate, you don't want to be interfere with anything. You don't want to be distracted by anything. You want to be alone and concentrate, to calm your mind, to stop your mind from thinking. Metta Vandana, Ajahn, what is best month to visit Thailand? The best month is for you to decide. Every month is the same here. Sometimes it gets hot, sometimes it gets rainy. That's the weather in Thailand, usually hot, rainy, and cold, or cool. Now it's the cool season, but by the end of February, it'll start to get hot for the next 4 months. And then after that, it will become rainy for the next 4 months. So we have 3 weathers a year, 3 climate, 3 seasons a year: cold or cool, hot, and rainy. About 4 months each. Alexander, I'm happy to be able to share my finding with my teacher. Bruce Lee, thank you very much for your kindness teaching us. Dear Ajahn, you're welcome. Metta Vandana, how long one can stay in the monastery? Here in Wat Yan, usually 7 days, but sometimes you can get special permission to stay longer. So you have to check with us first to see how long you can stay. But generally, for the temple, for the people, usually 7 days. Well, for most people, 7 days is all they need. But if someone has some special need to stay a bit longer, we might be able to consider this individually. Te Eng Hua, what is best gift one can give in this life? According to the Buddha, the best gift is the gift of Dhamma, because the Dhamma is more beneficial than anything else in this world. The Dhamma can help you get rid of your dukkha or your stress. Nothing else can. Pauling soon, why Thailand style monk meditate in forest? Because that's the way the Buddha did. The Buddha also meditated in the forest. Ui Sun Kian, Tanajan, why sometimes I meditate, I can feel my leg turn above, but my head turned downward. How should I do in this case? Just ignore it. Just don't pay attention to them. Just keep focused on your meditation object only. Don't be distracted by anything that appears when you meditate. One Vimon, Nương Macha, Namaskar Sadhu Ajahn. Metta Vandana, thanks so much for your generosity, Ajahn. You're welcome. Pauling soon, can women meditate reflected to enlightenment? I don't know. I really don't know what you mean by woman meditate. Me Tang, how can I deal with my big false accusation, please? What do you mean by be a best friend? How can I deal with my best friend's false accusation? Just ignore it. You cannot stop people from saying true or not true. Just don't be disturbed by what they say. Just listen and then forget about it. Ao Sun Kyu Sun Kien. Thank you, Ajahn, for your compassion in the teaching. Sadhu, sadhu. You're welcome. Okay, I think that's about it for today. Thank you for your participation in this meeting. I hope that you can benefit from it and help you advance in your practice. In the meantime, please stay safe, stay mindful, and keep on practicing. Let me read the last question, the last comment from Celestino before I go. Celestino, I wish you all the best, Ajahn. Anumodana for your precious teaching, and may everyone benefit from your wise indication. You're welcome. Okay, thank you very much. And if all goes well, I'll see you again at the same time next week. Thank you and goodbye.